Today's news, BTS's Jungkook under police investigation over car accident.
It's being reported in just about every news agency that covers K-pop and Korean entertainment that BTS's Jungkook was involved in a car accident with a taxi driver in Seoul in Hanam-dong, where the 7 members of BTS live. Specific details of exactly how the accident occurred are not being released, but it is reported that neither the taxi driver nor Jungkook had major injuries. Thank you.
Yes, they had some minor bruising. Both of them went and got checked up at the hospital. Also, Jungkook was driving his Mercedes-Benz and neither vehicle suffered major damage. Also, Jungkook admitted to it immediately. He was field sobriety tested on the spot by the police. It came back negative, so he was totally sober and he just violated a traffic law.
If you're familiar with that area of Seoul, it's extremely densely populated, and also traffic flies in and out of Seoul because Hanam is right on the river, and so people are coming from the southern part of South Korea over the highway, going over 100 kilometers an hour, over the bridge, straight into Seoul, into Hanam-dong. It's hectic.
You drove there a lot more than I did. Was there a lot of traffic lights or stop signs? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of times you see people running them in Korea. Is this something that would be a very legitimate possibility of what happened?
Stop lights and traffic signs, I'm not sure of. I do know there's a lot of hills and a lot of people speeding.
Okay.
So it's dangerous.
And so even just speeding would be considered a violation.
It could be anything, but as long as they didn't get hurt, then it's, you know, it looks like he paid the guy on the spot also.
Yes, yeah, that's what I read. That he went through all the appropriate channels and he made a settlement with the taxi driver. Actually, it was probably pretty lucky.
Substantial money for the guy.
He probably had a very lucky day, that taxi driver.
Got a statement from Big Hit Entertainment regarding this. Hello, this is Big Hit Entertainment. We are here to release a statement regarding BTS Jungkook's car accident. Although we cannot confirm details as the investigation has not been completed at the police station yet, we can state that last week, Jungkook caused a car accident while driving. Jungkook and the taxi driver both do not have significant injuries. Thank goodness. Steph's brand new 2020 art calendars are here. Link down below for the art calendars limited edition. I want to promote this one, which is so fresh and new that it didn't even make the art calendar. It's so beautiful.
It's taken from a photo that you took of Suwon's Hwasong Fortress.
And also 50% off. There is a discount code for all the merch. Holiday, get your merch, link down below. I saw E'Dawn and Hyuna are in the news again. They both released new albums.
They released new singles on the same day, and it's really exciting. This is positive news. They've got this rivalry going on, and P Nation, Psy's company, is totally owning November. Jessie came out with a single November 1st. Then you have E'Dawn and Hyuna both dropping their singles November 5th. Dawn, sorry, it's Dawn now. It's not E'Dawn. Dawn.
I saw that. I got confused. There's an article with the title that says how Hyuna and Dawn started dating. I'm like, who's Dawn and when did Hyuna become a lesbian?
Dawn's single is titled Money, and it's kind of his take on money and his battle. Like, you don't need it. There's all these cliches out there. He doesn't want it. He doesn't like it. He sees the evil in it, but it's shiny and you're drawn to it anyways. And it kind of delves into, I feel, his personal feels about his departure from Cube. And Hyena's also has a very similar feel in that her single, Flower Shower, which is very Hyuna-ish. Congrats on having a new single after 2 years, by the way. Yay, chica! Hyena's Flower Shower is about flowers and the short term that they bloom and how it can be so easy to fade from popularity, but you want to get all the bees to your flower, if you know what I mean. And she also goes on, while she doesn't say it, she kind of hints that she's a perennial in that she just keeps coming back. And she's going to have a flower shower. She's just going to shower herself with the flowers because She's the ultimate.
Jackson Wang. I'm James Corden.
He was promoting his new release, his new album, Mirrors. It's his first solo album and the single, Bullet to the Heart. And also, if you don't know, GOT7 has an awesome new album and a new single, and both of those are charting. So we've got some really great releases in K-pop. But did you watch any of the James Corden Jackson video?
I caught a little bit of it.
It is so amazing. It's very funny. If you haven't watched it, you need to go out and see it because Jackson's teaching James some Mandarin, and then James is trying to teach him a little bit of the Cockney British, and it's very cute. They also delve into the food, and James, if you don't know, James doesn't really eat a whole lot, even though he has like the weird food, and Jackson gets him to not only eat it and not puke it back up into a bucket, but also admit that he likes some rather unusual foods.
And Jackson Wang has done a lot of interviews over the course of his career, and lately, I'd say in the last year, when he goes on and introduces himself, he says, "I'm Jackson Wang from China," which I remember when he first started doing that, I thought it was fine. But if he's on there promoting GOT7, this is the only thing I don't understand. Why doesn't he say Jackson Wang from GOT7?
Well, he's promoting his album more than anything, but he also does have this GOT7 that is out right now. I just wanted to give a little shout out to GOT7's new album because it's fire.
Should we talk about Wonho and Monsta X?
I feel like we should, because Starship is going through a whole lot right now, and there's a lot of like, what is going on?
So I'm unfamiliar, other than I know that he's no longer with Monsta X officially. What happened?
He stepped down because he wanted his group, which just came out with a new album, to be able to promote without any controversy. Supposedly, that's what they're saying.
So he was not kicked out of Monsta X. He stepped down himself. It was his decision.
It was a joint decision. So whether there was pressure from the company or not, we do not know.
So the fans petitioning to get Wonho back into Monsta X are literally trying to reach out to him directly to convince him to change his mind.
Well, he's already out, so there's no like changing his mind now. They just want him back. But there's a reason why he stepped down, and part of it is because his ties from when he was starting out in entertainment before he even got involved in Monsta X are sketchy, and it's tied to much bigger things and much bigger names that are making people upset. There are two girls that are involved in this. One is Da-eun, who was his former roommate. Supposedly, he borrowed 30 million won from her. They were on a reality show together. He borrowed this money from her and he never paid it back. So she went online and was like, dude, you gotta pay me back. I don't know what happened, but what I do know that happened was then she has a lot of bad friends. One of her friends is Han So-hee.
This name, Han So-hee, it just seems to pierce into the worst of Korean entertainment.
Yeah.
She's related to the one who took down Top.
Yes, and she's also tried to
But
take
she smoked
down...
weed with Top. Han So-hee smoked weed with Top and did not get in trouble for it. That's basically what happened.
She also tried to take down Shonu of Monsta X within the past recent thing, and it's ugly. It's really ugly. She got on Don's Twitter and she was like, bitch, you gotta pay up. And also, I don't know if everybody knows this, but you spent time at the Suwon Juvenile Detention Center. She's bringing up and dragging up all this crap that happened to him before he got involved in entertainment.
Therefore, he felt the pressure
to step down to prevent any further
information getting out. I guess there might be more, or otherwise he wouldn't feel the pressure to step down.
There's one other thing, and that is from Da-eun, and this goes back to 2013. She was friends with a guy named Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe is famous because he was the director and promoter for The Burning Sun.
Ooh.
And supposedly he witnessed Da-eun and Wonho smoking marijuana behind closed doors. However, in 2019, when everything came out, Wonho was tested. They took a piece of his hair at the airport and tested it, and police have never followed up from that.
It just seems that it's ripe season for the takedown of anyone that is in the limelight in Korea, not just Korean entertainment. It could be anyone. So therefore, Wonho feeling the pressure, does what he thinks is best.
As we've seen this ride out with past experiences, he could be a successful solo artist. I think he should go for it. He has the fandom.
And also, I don't think he has to step down from Monsta X. He could go back. I see where fans are coming from, even though I didn't look into this specifically. Take Seungri, who's enveloped in scandal. He hasn't stepped down from Big Bang.
Yes, he has.
He's not part
of Big Bang anymore.
I feel like he's still part of Big Bang. Hope you enjoyed this version of Hollyback News. Comments down below any of the 4 stories that we cover. Which one has pulled on your heartstrings the most? Which one do you have any thoughts on?
And are there any that you wish that we would have covered?
Comments, let us know down below. Click the like button on this video. Check out her calendars and also 50% off the merch. And we'll see you in the next video. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.